Palworld is officially leaving early access. That's right, Pocketpair has confirmed that the game is targeting its 1.0 launch in 2026, and with that milestone comes a massive promise, a truly huge update full of new content, fixes, and polish. But what does that actually mean for players? What can we expect between now and the big launch, and is all this hype justified? And so today in this video, we're going to break down everything we know so far, including speculation about what's coming, questions that I have, some skepticism, and why this release could be a defining moment for Palworld as a franchise. So let's dive in. Okay, so let's start with the obvious big news. Pocketpair has confirmed that Palworld's full release is set for 2026. Now, unfortunately, there is no exact date yet, but this is the first word that early access will finally end. And Communications Director John Buckley explained that the focus right now is on cleaning things up before launch. And so in his words, he said Palworld 1.0 will be a major milestone for us, and we have a massive amount of content planned for the updates. And so the question is, what does that really mean for us as players? Well, first off, the Winter 2025 update will be smaller than last year's Faebreak expansion. Fewer headline-grabbing features, yes, but there will still be some surprises. Pocketpair is scaling back seasonal expansions to funnel all energy into the biggest Palworld release yet. And honestly, that's exactly what they should be doing. Focusing on 1.0 gives the game a chance to shine the way that it's meant to, rather than spreading resources thin across medium-sized updates. And so let's talk about why 1.0 actually matters. And this isn't just a label, leaving early access is a statement. The game is complete, polished, and ready for a broader audience. And so we know a few key things already. Number one is 1.0 promises a truly massive amount of content. Number two is Winter 2025 will be scaled back, acting as a bridge rather than a full expansion. And number three is Pocketpair wants to clean up bugs, AI quirks, and jank before the big launch. And now here's where the speculation comes in. Based on past updates and developer comments, we could see possibly new islands or regions, which would be expanding exploration options beyond that Faebreak introduced. So think ice-covered mountains, desert ruins, or deep caves with rare pals. And then next would obviously be a ton of new pals, perhaps with unique abilities or interactions with weapons and crafting. And on top of that, maybe there's going to be expanded base building mechanics, automated systems, defensive structures, or trade networks between pals. And then we can't forget about the combat mechanics or modes, maybe PvP arenas, co-op expeditions, or event-based challenges. And then last but not certainly least, polish and optimization. And this part is crucial. We're talking improved AI, smoother combat, and fewer immersion-breaking bugs could completely change the player experience. And now let's be real here. Healthy skepticism is necessary. Massive content can mean a lot of things. Will it be dozens of hours of new gameplay, or just a few flashy additions with polish? And timing is another question. 2026 could be early or late. But the point here is, even if 1.0 doesn't deliver everything we hope for, this is the milestone that defines Palworld as a full release. It's a chance to solidify the game's identity, fix long-standing issues, and possibly recapture the attention of lapsed players. And now that we've looked at why 1.0 matters and what might be included, let's rewind a bit and remember just how wild Palworld's journey has been up to this point. Back in January of 2024, Palworld exploded onto the scene. Within days, it hit over 2.1 million concurrent players, making it one of the most played games ever on Steam. Headlines everywhere, memes everywhere, and of course, the label that won't die, Pokemon with guns. And at first, I was skeptical. Could this just be a gimmick that faded after the hype? But playing Palworld shows you it's more than that. Catching pals, assigning them jobs, exploring a dangerous world, and watching creatures wield weapons, it's chaotic, ridiculous, and stupidly fun. And sure, the game wasn't perfect, bugs, AI issues, and occasional crashes were common, but somehow, the messiness became part of the charm. People laughed through the jank, shared stories, and stayed invested. And the story doesn't stop at launch. The game's journey has been defined by constant updates, which leads us to the next point. Pocketpair didn't just ride the initial hype, they kept pushing updates to engage players. The Faebreak update in December of last year was massive, a full expansion-style patch introducing a new island to explore, research and expedition systems, and dozens of tweaks and quality-of-life improvements. And smaller patches came after that, balancing changes, bug fixes, and even quirky solutions like the PS5 autosave workaround, and so Palworld just never stood still. But now the focus has shifted. Medium-sized expansions are paused because 1.0 is the ultimate goal, and all energy is being funneled here. The Winter 2025 update will be later, but it is a bridge, not a distraction. And now let's be honest here, Palworld is fun, but early access leaves it messy. Bucky himself said it's no secret that Palworld has a lot of quirks and jank. You got AI pathfinding is sometimes awkward, combat can feel clunky, and performance issues break immersion. And so 1.0 is Pocketpair's opportunity to refine all of this, to deliver a polished experience that matches the scale of the content promised. And of course, polish isn't the only thing on the line. Players' interest has fluctuated as well. Palworld's peak was insane. Millions of players, top Steam charts, viral memes everywhere. And now today, the daily average sits around 40,000 concurrent players. And now that, of course, is strong, especially for an early access game, but it's far from the peak. And the reasons for the drop are pretty simple: bugs, AI, and just content gaps. But here's the exciting part. 1.0 could reignite the community, bring lapsed players back, and attract new fans with a polished, content-rich experience. And while the hype and speculation run high, we can't ignore a more serious angle: the legal cloud over Palworld. The Pokemon with guns comparisons weren't just memes, they drew real-world attention. Yes, the Pokemon Company filed a lawsuit over copyright concerns, but here's the kicker. Palworld is still moving forward, updates continue, and 1.0 is still planned. And while the outcome could influence things in the future, the fact that the development continues uninterrupted is huge. It shows that Palworld has carved its own space, and the upcoming 1.0 release is not under immediate threat. And now, after covering what's confirmed and the legal backdrop, let's look at what might be coming beyond what we know. First off, think about new mechanics, automated factories, PvP arenas, or co-op expeditions with unique challenges. Next, maybe there could be event systems, limited time world events, or seasonal quests to keep engagement high. After that, maybe it's pals with new abilities, hybrids, multi-role pals, or creatures that change how combat and crafting interact. And then on top of that, maybe some expanded multiplayer systems. We got guilds, trading networks, or community-driven challenges. And last but not least, maybe some unexpected surprises, maybe entirely new biomes, underground kingdoms, or rare endgame content that no one sees coming. And of course, there are risks. Promises might fall short, timing could slip, or some features may be delayed until post-launch patches. But imagining what could be added makes the wait for 1.0 even more exciting. And despite the jank, the drop-offs, and the legal clouds, Palworld is still incredibly fun. It's unpredictable, chaotic, and memorable. The combination of polish, fresh content, and chaotic charm makes 1.0 potentially a game changer. A chance for Palworld to become a long-term franchise, not just a viral sensation. And so there you have it. Palworld 1.0 is officially coming in 2026 with a smaller winter 2025 update to keep fans engaged in the meantime. The journey from early access chaos to full release has been wild, and while questions remain about how much content we'll actually see, I'm genuinely excited. And so the overall questions that I have is, will you jump back in for 1.0, or did you already put Palworld down for good? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you're new, as I will continue to make more gaming news videos just like this one. Until next time.